these folks. This that Monday night crew. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world. Millennials versus the world like you. Millennials versus the world like. Millennials versus the world like you.
Yo, what's happening, good people, man? Welcome back to another episode of Millennials versus the World. It's your boy K. Mims, man. I got my bro beat out over there looking cool, man. Joker looking smooth. Joker trying to do all the, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing that before the show, but we back. Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. Make sure you take a second, subscribe to the page. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you get all content that's dropping. My bro beat out. What's happening, man?
What's good, bro?
What's happening with you? I mean, bro, I just feel good tonight, man. I feel good tonight, bro. Okay. I just feel like tonight is one of them situations where I don't know where it's gonna go, and I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to take that, but we're gonna be positive about things. Okay.
Hey, look, bro. So if y'all don't know, just a quick recap of life. Podcast party was about 2 weeks ago. It was insane. Salute to everybody that came out. So DC. We just had a great vibe, man. Great conversation, great crowd, great everything. You know, it was just dope, man. What's your thoughts on the pod party before we get into these opening thoughts?
This one was different for me, man. It was the same amount of fun that we always have. But the feeling before, like I always get that, oh, we about to start, heart pounding out my chest.
Yeah.
I ain't had that this time. There was a level of comfortability there. Like, yeah, we do this, bro. Like this turning out to be our thing for real.
Yeah.
It was a huge level of comfortability for me. And I think it showed throughout the show, the level of comfortability for all of us. Like we all are, you know, kind of getting that feeling. This was also the first time we implemented another podcast, which I think was super dope. So overall, I loved it. I thought this was a really good podcast party. If you missed it, sorry. All
right, Doc. So we got some man. We can get into these opening thoughts and noise, man. I'm really going. I don't know which way we should go, but I'm gonna start light. So recently, man, there was a video that went viral about I'm gonna show a video, black neighbor. You're gonna see the interaction, and then we're gonna go from there.
Yeah.
No sound, it doesn't have sound. Hold on. Let me take it back. Bro, what do you do if you go into a situation where you chilling, you in your house, you look at your Ring camera, and your neighbor follows you to your door and puts the ear to the door for no apparent reason, bro? Because I got a lot of things to say, but what's your thoughts when you first see the video?
What were you listening for? He clearly had easy entry into the apartment. What were you listening for? The second thing is when I see that, because obviously he didn't see it immediately, but when I do see that, the next time I see you, I'm probably gonna ask you. Did you get what you was listening for, or what was that? Because I need answers. In my head, the way I work, I'm going through every scenario, every single one. Some of them going to lead me down this path, some of them going to lead me down that path. But I don't like leaving your actions to my thoughts. So I'm going to ask you.
This is my thing, bro. A couple things. A, why not say something on my way in? You were behind me. I can't see you. You can see me. If you had any question, even though it's invalid, you could have asked right there when we was in the hallway. Second, to the point you made, but you didn't really go further, is like, what were you listening to? What did you need to hear that you felt like, okay, what's going on here? I ain't have nobody walking in with me. I ain't have none of the above. If that was my video footage, Hey, look, man. I'm going. Let me say this right. I'm gonna notify who I need to notify, but I'm going to go have a conversation, regardless of if I see you again, because I think it just tells a bigger story. It's kind of like she was trying to figure out how you live here, or what you do here, or what's going on. To go past me like that, and then to come back and put your ear to the door. Come on, man.
The way she walked by was like, oh, I'm minding my business. When in actuality, you was all in mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she did that very well.
Why do you think people care that much about the people that live around them?
I don't think they care that much about the people that live around them. They care that much about the people that live around them that they don't think should live around them.
Say more, brother.
I mean, I don't know that scenario. I don't know their situation, what she was actually listening for. She might actually just find a dude attractive and, she on some creep shit. I don't know. But I completely lost my train of thought because it don't make sense.
I think it's just an example how people don't want us in their neighborhoods. And instead of having, instead of having, because it's an apartment complex. It's not even like it's a housing development or maybe a condo, but either way, it's indoors. It's you know what I mean? My thing is, what are you looking for when you put your ear to my door? If I walked in with a young lady, if you heard something, okay, but like, what are you looking for? Is as soon as I close my door, you popping in, trying to see what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say I gotta ask the questions. Because sitting there trying to figure it out, I ain't about to stress myself.
Let me ask you this, bro. Do you think neighbor culture is dying? Like good neighbors, whether you be in an apartment, whether you be in a house, do you think it's a regional thing, or do you think like being a good neighbor, a good quality neighbor is still a thing? Even if we're not friends, we just good neighbors. You think that's still a thing, bro?
I do think it's still a good thing. Didn't necessarily before. Had you asked me this question 3 years ago, I probably have a different answer. But when I moved in to where I am now, bro, my neighbor here, my neighbor across, all my surrounding neighbors have interacted with me in some way, shape, or form over the years, especially when we first moved in. Like, I think it's still a thing. Again, I think it's those certain people who think that you shouldn't be in my neighborhood. How are you able to live in the same place that I'm able to live? You got to be selling drugs. You got to be doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing because you ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah, I think the thing with neighbor, man, I think it is a regional thing. I ain't gonna say where I live at, but where I'm at, being a good quality neighbor isn't always. It's just not the norm. Like you find quality neighbors through going through neighbors, if that makes sense. Like we've been through a couple of neighbors to the point now where we found quality neighbors. And what I've learned is most of my quality neighbors aren't from where I live. You know what I mean? We do have like that general, hey, you left your garage open. Hey, you know what I mean? That general, respect. But man, I just feel like real neighbors where if your kid was down, older, but down the street and they needed something, you could trust a neighbor to help them. You know what I mean? Like that neighbor culture that we had, Britt, what up?
Britt.
That neighbor culture that we had.
Hey,
What up? It ain't like that no more, bro. So Brittany, we're asking, do you believe in like genuine neighbors now? Oh, let me show Brittany the video. So this video went viral for I'm gonna just let you watch it, and it has no sound though. What's your thoughts when you see that, Britt? Like, what's your initial thoughts when you see that?
Oh shoot! Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Okay, we lost her.
I think we lost you.
We lost her. But so what I'm saying is like that. I think the neighbor culture is dying. I think there's more things wrong with that than we know. I think community is like neighbor culture was a big part of community. Community is dying because neighbor culture is dying. Just like look out for your good mans, bro. Huh?
I don't think you're gonna get what you're talking about. I don't think you get that anywhere now, though.
You should to an extent, bro.
Do I think people would look out for a kid down the street? You know, oh, I know that kid lives at such and such, 3 houses down, whatever, and they see something going on down the street. Do I think that they would look out? They might be watching, right? I think people are more hesitant to step in now because of how people are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw a kid in the mall. This kid had to be no more than 3. I don't even think he was that. And he walked out of a store. I'm on the opposite side of the mall. He walked out of a store and he immediately yelled something. So I looked and I'm like, okay, what's going on? He's holding himself like I got to use the bathroom. I'm waiting for an adult to walk out. No one walks out. This kid starts walking down the mall, down the aisle. So I'm like, okay. I hesitated for a second because of how people are. Everything in me said, go make sure this kid is good, right? But me trying to be a genuine human being could get me cussed out, could get me anything at this point because of how people are. So I hesitated. And then I went over to the kid and I'm like, I started talking to him, you know, trying to figure out what's up. And then the kid walked away from me because I guess he knew what he was doing. He didn't care nothing about what I had going on. But come to find out, grandma or I scared. Well, he was talking to me like he talked to older people all the time. Like I think he was a little badass. But grandma walks out of the store and 2 little kids walk out of the store. When the 2 little kids walk out of the store, they were like, oh, and then they yelled his name. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we good then. You know, his people are here. But I say that to say I hesitated because not because I didn't want to help the kid or make sure he was all right, but people ain't shit now, bro.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Hey, you know, another thing somebody said in the 70s, 80s, you could leave your window open and door and neighbors would watch your house. Yep. And it was like back then neighbors had permission to spank you. Spank you is aggressive. You're not going. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
They did because it takes people love to say that, oh, it takes a village. It takes a village. It truly does. And I think that we live in a time now where nobody knows what that really means for real. Like it's not, I mean, I agree. Do not hit my kid. Don't hit my kid. You might see another side of me. However, I do think saying something to somebody else's kid when they're out of line or being disrespectful, like that used to be a thing, and we grew up during that time, and we're pretty okay, and we're still respectful for at least most of the millennials. Anyway, but nowadays these kids are rude. They're disrespectful. You can't say nothing to little Billy because he might go back and tell your mom, or they're calling CPS for every little thing, and it's crazy to me. So I don't know. I just feel like part of me wants to go back to the old days and to the video. Like to the neighbor question, I just think that like I don't even know my neighbors for real. And I've been in my home for almost 2 years now, and I may be the person this way, but that's about it. And I feel like as a society, not even as a culture, but like society has lost the sense of community as a whole.
Yeah.
Like we don't really know who lives next to us for real.
Yeah. And when you try to be friendly, it looks like something. It's like it's not the norm anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like so often. Rob, what up? So often.
You got me, Rob?
You got me?
Yep. You in. I hear you. So like so often you tap in with neighbors, you do all the things, and then like it don't feel the same. Like I legitimately remember like within the first week of moving in somewhere, you went and hollered at your neighbors. or they came to you like, hey, welcome in. If there's anything we can help you with, whatever it may be, da da da, woo woo. Now, I never get, I ain't gonna say this because I don't, but I ain't gonna say it. So I knocked on the door one time with a neighbor close to me, and the real thing was it was raining in the garage and his car was open. But like the amount of effort it took to get him to open the door for me just to be like, hey, bro, your car trunk open, my guy. I'm just trying to look out for you because your car getting soaked right now. But it's like we literally closed together. So we've known each other since we've been in here. You know what I mean? But even still through the years, it's not a real sense of like, oh, okay, Dad, what's up, bro? What you need? It was like I'm like, dude, if I was crazy, you would have knew it by now. You would have heard something.
But why, Keenan? Like, why do you think that is? Like, why did he look at you sideways versus like, oh, he might be here to help me out? Like, why do you think people think like
everybody, I think not everybody, I think most people have been groomed to think malice of every action that they see. Every knock on the door, every black hoodie, every do-rag, for our culture, everything is like, oh, who is this? What's happening? What's that? You know what I mean? And for real, it's like it for the people that's genuine, it make you not even want to do it because you know what's coming behind it. It's like, come on, bro. Like, I ain't even on that. And furthermore, it's like we speak every day. If we leaving at the same time we speak, you know what I'm saying? We low key, if you would pay any attention, we kind of know each other's schedule because of, we live side by side for a long time. And if you ever, we used to have really good neighbors right here one time. So like we could text them, hey, we got some Amazon packages coming. Could you grab them while we out of town? Or like, hey, could you bring our trash can up to we could do that and vice versa. Man, now get rid of them, man. Get rid of them, man. But any more thoughts on neighbors? We got one more opening thought before we jump to the next thing.
No.
Hey, this one right here, boy. I feel really torn about this. So on Twitter this week, someone said, an unpopular opinion. Funny how professional kitchens are full of men, but at home cooking is women's duty. Unpaid labor is for women only.
Ooh.
What are y'all thoughts on there being a good number of professional chefs, and now, we say we want a woman to cook at home? What's your thought? Go ahead, Brittany. You oohing and I. Say what you got to say, man.
Where's Jason at?
Where? Hey, look, where the lie?
Since he want y'all to cook so bad.
Where the problem?
Be that hoe. I think that it might low-key be a double standard almost, because I have to admit that, or okay, y'all answer this question. Do you think that men don't want to cook in the home, like in a marriage, in a relationship, because a woman is supposed to do this thing?
Suppose is insane.
No.
Oh, go ahead, Rob. Go start it off, Rob. Go ahead, brother.
First of all, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
anytime, brother. Anytime.
Well, I'll use myself as an example. I'll use myself because I used to not cook nothing. Mainly because my wife just knew how to cook. I had to learn some stuff. I only had a couple of recipes, you know what I'm saying, that I can make. So it's like, I know you don't want to eat fried chicken every 3 days. So at that point, once I started learning and then appreciated it, I don't mind cooking, but also, it can be looked at as if the man got the, harder job or more time gone from the house or something like that, I think he's probably going to be expecting to come home to a meal. Like if you get home before me, let's say you get off at 3 and I get off at 6. If I'm coming in to cook like every day or every other day, you know what I'm saying? So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for everybody else.
I would also say that, going back to the prompt, those guys who are chefs probably go home and cook as well. They probably enjoy cooking. So I don't think those two things go together. What she's trying to say. I'm sorry, it's okay for women to cook, just like it's okay for a man to cook. We can cook. If this dude decides to make that his profession, he probably enjoys it, and he probably comes home and probably cooks more than his woman.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go. Why is it looked at as like unpaid labor?
Yeah,
Like, I just think that part of the thing is insane. So, like, it's not unpaid labor if we're in a committed relationship. A, B, me and my wife had this discussion. I think we're not living in. It wasn't my wife. It was my barber. We're not living in traditional times anymore. Let's acknowledge that real quick, right? But however, most of us was raised where our mom or a woman was cooking. So we just relate the act to the gender.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my dude show love she'll wake up, cook us breakfast. We come home. When she was home and she wasn't working 2 jobs, she would cook too, right? Sometimes it's just an act of love for us. It's not this crazy, like, can you put together, you know what I'm saying? A ribeye seared medium with
Gotta be
asparagus and
nothing
mashed
crazy.
potato. No,
Mhm.
some of us came up in tradition. Our grandmothers, our mothers, our aunts cooked. And Thanksgiving, I'm speaking for myself, women were cooking. My uncles and them was outside. That's just what I saw. So I normalized it. To say it's unpaid labor, you know what I'm saying, is only for women, I think it's crazy, because I think cooking is predicated on who you with. Some guys just like to go home and eat. The meal ain't got to be crazy. Some dudes are like, nah, as soon as my toe hit the door, I need to smell the hot meal. All I'm saying is like, I think sometimes women get off by trying to make it like this gender war around cooking. And most guys, like Rob just said, like, don't mind putting a little something together if we get to it. Like, if that's really important to you, I learn how to do a little something. I ain't gonna be doing everything, but I'm gonna put a little something together where we good when you need us to be good. That's my point.
I
You know
mean, so Keenan, I agree with you. I agree with you until I think
what's new? What's
I
new?
just think that unpaid labor is exactly what it is.
Uh,
There's no hard play on those two words. I'm not getting
so
compensated for doing
when you
something.
cook for your husband, you feel like that's labor.
It's parenting, cooking, all
No, don't bring
cleaning.
the kids
It
into it.
doesn't,
We
but
were
it
not
doesn't
talking about
matter.
kids,
I didn't
Brandon.
say it mattered who did it. I didn't say if it was a man or a woman. I'm saying those two words, it's unpaid labor. That's exactly what it is. We're not, a man or a woman is not being paid to labor in the kitchen. So I don't think that I feel like there's a negative connotation to that phrase, and that's why it sounds so bad. But it's really defining exactly what it is. You're not getting paid to provide a service almost to your family. Yes, it's and I feel like it's an automatic thing, right? Like, it's one of those things that you want to do. Caregiving you want to do, parenting you want to do, cooking, cleaning you want to do. So that's why you grow a passion for things. It's still an unpaid labor. I'm not getting paid to do it.
No.
I mean,
No.
when you're breaking it down, you're having just a regular conversation. Cool, unpaid labor. As far as compensation, money, yeah, it's unpaid labor. That's not what
No,
she
it's
was
not.
saying.
No, it's
That's
not.
not what the prompt was saying. She was saying it in a negative way. You may not be saying it in a negative way,
Mm-hmm.
but she was, and you know she was.
Mm. I don't know, but okay.
How? So where in that prompt don't you feel it was negative?
I feel like, yes, she was making a comparison, right? That men are getting paid because they're professional cooks, and then women have to come home and it's an unpaid labor. Okay, cool. But I do think that, like, the comparison that she's saying is that she's still providing something. There's so much talk about cooking, like to Keenan's point, where I agreed with him in terms of gender roles and defining
Mhm.
them and people stapling them. That's where I think what she was talking about. Like, I don't again, it goes back to highlighting a negative connotation with unpaid labor. Like,
Mhm.
she's in her comparison, yes, she's saying that if as a job, as a career, like a profession, a man goes and cooks, but then some of these men have an expectation. Unmarried men, let me make sure I define, right? Or
So,
people that
so
are
he can you're married, so he got an expectation for you to get up in there and cook.
oh, you should, I should want to, I'm
Okay.
married.
Asia,
I'm
what up?
married. Hey, Asia.
Hey.
I just feel like there's a difference there too in defining the relationships as well. Like boyfriend, girlfriend, some people not really doing that for real. So there should not be an expectation. And it is still unpaid labor.
So somebody in the chat said it's called being a spouse, not unpaid labor. I feel like that was for you, Brittany.
I'm still a spouse and it's still unpaid labor.
So Asia, to bring context, Irvin, I got you coming up with the super chat. Appreciate you tapping in, man. So to give context of what we're talking about, this was on Twitter this week. Well, not this week, but recently. Unpopular opinion. It's funny how professional kitchens are full of men, but at home cooking is a woman's duty. Unpaid labor is unpaid labor is for women only. Asia, I know you just tapped in, but what's your thoughts on that? The clock on the stove.
What's excessive? Like,
thank you.
That's kind of wild. What I will say, and this is coming from someone I've seen probably
Samantha, what up?
Show. I love all the cooking shows, all the cooking competitions. Like those are some of my favorite things to watch. One of the things that does come up repeatedly is how a lot of the women that are on that, they do talk about that. They talk about the fact that in order for them to kind of make a name for themselves as chefs, like professional chefs, they do have to work a lot harder. They really do have to prove themselves in that space. And so all I'm saying is like the men, I'm not saying men do this, but I think they should keep that same energy at home.
That's with the cooking?
Yeah.
Like men in general or men who are chefs?
Men who are chefs, but I think men in general, for me, I come from like my thought process is you should be a functioning adult. So you should be cooking you should be able to cook or throw something together regardless. So I don't know why when people get in relationships, it then turns into only one person has to do it. It's like, no, we're both functioning adults. You can do it sometimes. I can also do it sometimes. I don't see why it needs to be a gendered thing.
All right, so Mother Chocolate, I know you just tapped in here. So what's your thoughts? Is women cooking an unpaid labor is the only duty for women? Like, what's your thoughts on that when you hear it? What do you think about women getting behind that stove, making them pots rattle 5 days a week?
I don't cook at all in my house.
By demand, by choice, he like cooking.
No, he loves cooking. He's good at it. So why not do it completely? I mean, if it was the other way around, there would be no problem with me being the sole cooker in the house. So I feel like in our household, it's whoever's the best at it. That's who does it. So I don't think that is a female only role.
Okay. All right. Well, Urban Vasquez, appreciate the 5, man. Women call it unpaid labor. Men have unwanted insurance. We're made specifically to protect and provide. That's our sacrifice, and it's for everyone. They don't want to talk about that, bro. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about cooking. They don't want to talk about that. Is that unpaid, or is that what we're supposed to do? Your God, what?
No, you're comparing.
Is that unpaid, or that's what we're supposed to do?
But you're comparing cooking to being a protector. Is that what you're asking me?
I'm asking you
because
is providing and protecting unpaid labor the same way you just said when you cook for your kids or cook for your spouse is unpaid. Is that an unpaid labor that men have to endure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Oh, Asia, what's your thought? Because this is my thing. To me, before you said what you said, Brittany, it's a trade-off. That's my part of the job. We ain't got to talk about the labor and who does what. That's what I do. And I think the thing is that people don't acknowledge they need to add a 6th love language, and it's called cooking. You know what I'm saying? Some people just receive love that way. Some people just enjoy being. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people look at it.
Service. That is a love language, cooking.
Yeah, but if you but you got to be good at it for me to receive it as love. Like just because you're doing it, it is not good. Don't mean that it's an act of service. You tried, but I'm just saying. I think so often with this whole gender war culture that we got going on, we think of like cooking as this, like, oh, why don't, no, it's just a trade-off. Like, I'm going to do things that you don't have to worry about. And I'm not saying it's 2026, people work. You ain't got to cook 7 days a week. But if we can get 2 out of 7, you know what I'm saying? I think we'll be good.
Yeah, can I say something real quick to this?
For sure.
I don't like when things are generalized. When it's like women say this, men say this. I'm not a fan of that. And I guess a part of it is because, especially when people bring up the men we are meant to protect. Okay, so don't let me protect myself. Why I'm saying this is this, because I guarantee you, no, hear what I'm about to say. Because I guarantee you, if I were to say, nah, boo, let me protect us with my 5-foot self, you're not going for that. You're not going for that. And it's one of those things, it's part of it is instinctual. So I really don't like it when people are trying to compare things that maybe a woman does not want to do naturally, or something that somebody does not want to do naturally, compared to something that comes off of as instinct. You would not want me protecting us. We can be real about it.
Okay.
I could be that. I could be the protector. Y'all wouldn't go for that. I know I said I don't like to generalize, but that's why sometimes these, like what was just said, I'm just like, I don't find that's an equal thing though. When people bring that stuff up, don't protect them. Don't do it.
No, I don't feel that way about it. I just think sometimes cooking is so triggering in today's culture, and I don't think it should be. Like, if he presents you up front, like, hey, I like meals, you have an option to be like, I don't cook. This might not be for you. Or to say it right there. I think we give it too much power. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm willing to tell you up front, that's something that, you know, I enjoy, or something that, you know, matters to me up front. Like, okay, you tell me where you stand with it, move on. But as soon as, and I'm sorry to generalize, I know what you just said, Asia, but most women that hear cooking get triggered, and it turned into like, oh, this ain't the 1980s. Or do we just need food for survival and you get off early?
Yeah, I agree. I'm really talking about the comment that was left. I just don't like it when it's compared to like the protecting, because it's like, okay, then don't do it. Then don't do it. Let me have us with my 5-foot self. You're not going for that.
And to add on to that, Asia, appreciate it too, Irvin. Again, he said men get unpaid labor, but men get unpaid. Hey, brother, I can't. Yeah, you jumped a little too far out there on that one, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that one. Hey, Rob, what you got on it, man, before we get up out of here, man? You done heard everything. What you got up on it?
Man, look, all I can use is the same example I used earlier. And well, number one, I don't like this term, this unpaid labor. Like, I feel like the reward is that the man or the woman is eating, and it's a good meal, and it's like, damn, boy, you threw down, or how is it? Like, I feel like that's the reward. If you feel like it's should be some type of monetary gain to have to cook or whatever, like whatever the case is, like we should just be doing this because this is what we want to do for each other. Or you the first person home, so at least 2 or 3 days out of the week, I need you to get that, whether that's the man or the woman.
Great. All right. Anybody else on unpaid labor for cooking and unpaid protection? Okay. All right. So let's get it. Let's get into this social news, man. All right, man. So shout out to the Roots, man. They had the Roots picnic up in Philly this weekend. It was absolutely dope. You know, Jay-Z combed out his locks, and he fired back at Drake, Dame Dash, Tory Lanez, Nicki Minaj, all the above in a freestyle. So he said things like how Nicki Minaj, I can't even say allegedly because he said it for real, but how Nicki Minaj's husband may have challenges picking up their child. I'm not gonna get into that. How Damon Dash teeth are falling out. How Tory may having too much to drink had led him to be where he's at now. But he just took shot. I'm gonna say he fired back because people took shots at him first. Two things, man. So a lot of people are comparing how Jay-Z has handled his come up versus how Kevin Hart has handled his come up with the recent roasting and all the things. and that lane over there. A lot of people are giving him some critique because, Jay-Z a couple weeks ago said how, a battle rap or beefing is not for the culture anymore. We should stop. But then you came out with a freestyle firing back at everybody else. Some people have felt the way about that. And some people are saying like he needed to go back at people just to let them know what it is. So, hopefully you heard it. What's you all's thought on Jay-Z firing back at all the said parties above that came at him?
Well, I'll start by saying very contradictory, because I do remember that interview. I don't remember who he did it with, but he literally said like verbatim, I don't think the rap beefs was good for the culture and all this other stuff. And I think at that point he was only talking about Drake and Kendrick. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
So if you do that, but then you go at To the Roots picnic, and then you go at like 6 people. So it don't really make sense to me. To me, the whole at this point, I don't really care what you said. You said one thing and you went and did the completely opposite. So that's my take on it.
Yeah. So Jay-Z be getting a pass, man. The freestyle was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't saying it wasn't good, but like
That's what I was gonna ask.
yeah. Don't say one thing and then go do, you know what I'm saying? Go do the same thing. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah. What was you about to say, Doc?
Comment on it?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Mother.
So you're saying he's being contradictory because he said, in a nutshell, rap beef is like whack and not of the culture, but then he turned around and did it. But I feel like, to what Keenan just said, Jay-Z does get a lot of passes. And is it really rap beef? Like, is he just stating facts? Is he just, like, I don't know how to phrase it, but in my opinion, I don't think these people are going to come back at him for it to then be all these beefs that he's in. I feel like he could say something and it's like a reminder. Like, I feel like he said that in, one of his bars, or he had said something like, basically something along the lines of like, not forgetting, like, basically this is Jay-Z. So I don't feel like it's a beef. I feel like he can matter-of-factly say what he needs to say. But I don't know. He had lost me for a second. I feel like that stuttering part where I guess he was, that was the shots to Nicki. Initially, that went over my head. And I'm like, okay, Jay-Z is getting old. This is bad. Like, like I was concerned until, I had to dissect and really realize what was going on. But to your point, I don't think it's a rap beef. I think he's just stating facts and he's going to keep it moving. Even if they did respond to him, I feel like this is the beginning and the end for Jay-Z.
So, but you don't feel like that's like the same thing? If you go and make a derogatory statement about another artist, even if they don't respond, is that not in the same realm? I mean, did J. Cole
when he was talking, I feel like he was more so like addressing Drake and Kendrick, and that beef was insane. Like, we haven't seen a rap beef like that in a minute. You're not gonna see Jay-Z fraternizing in those type of things. So I feel like it was specifically to that situation. Like, hip hop period is going to be competitive. It's going to, be shots fired. But that actual beef that Drake and Kendrick were doing, I don't think that this was that.
Yeah, I don't have much to say on this topic. I didn't hear it. Not the biggest Jay-Z fan anymore. But I agree. I don't think a response means y'all have beef. I think Kendrick and Drake actually had beef outside of, the songs. Sounds like he just responded to somebody who was talking to him or had comments about him. So He said, "Hey, look, I still got these bars too, no."
Yeah.
Man,
But
let me
again,
tell
I
you,
didn't hear it. So
this is what I think. Jay-Z loading up for his 20-year anniversary of whatever album. He know he had to shake up the room. He knew he had to fire back at who, I think it's convenient. Honestly, I don't think it's beef. I think that was a great point. I don't think it's beef. I do think it's hypocritical for you to go say what you said on the platform and then go indulge in it this way. But the freestyle was fire. The shots were sniper-like. But I think he's just loading up for his 20-year anniversary, yo. I think sometimes business got to be business. I think the same way when J. Cole dropped 7-Minute Drill and then got to the Dreamville Festival and apologized for it, he did everything he had to do. And granted, even though I may believe him or whatever the case may be, right? But like J. Cole knew that was going to shake up everybody, and he killed Kendrick, by the way, if you didn't hear it, and he was going there. But I feel like Jay-Z just knows, like, he knew combing out his dreads, taking shots at these people, you loading up for your 20-year, like, you know what's going on, dog. You know what's going on. I think it was okay. I think it's okay to say something back if people keep speaking on your name. The only one I just don't understand is, like, why don't Dame Dash just say sorry? I messed up. It's no Jay-Z without Dame Dash. There's no Dame Dash without Jay-Z. I think even though Dame is bad off now, people don't realize that he was an integral part in creating Jay-Z, not creating Jay-Z, and catapulting Jay-Z into what he became. And, people pride is a devil, pride get in the way. But, like, Dame, say sorry, get money back, get your teeth back. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the things you got to do to be secure and what you in. Jay, what up?
Jay,
Come on.
What up, y'all?
All right, what's up, bro?
I agree
Hey.
with you, man. I definitely
What's up,
think
y'all?
it was a business thing for sure. Especially, and I'll even take it one step further. Even outside of the rap stuff, I'm not really into Jay-Z like that. What really caught my eye and why I even heard the freestyle was because I'm like, how you comb out your wicks? What products did you use? How long did it
Here
take?
y'all go with that.
And
Here y'all go with that.
The
noise.
internet
that's what
said
I'm
it
about
was
to say, though.
sacred.
Hear me out to exactly. I think it was not just a business move for him. I think it was also a business move for his wife, and because it was her
Yes.
product that he used. So it was to your
Yep.
point, Tina, I think it was
Marketing.
a multi-business move with what he's doing, and I think it was smart because I've never thought about sacred a day in my life. I just haven't. I don't feel the need. Like, I don't think that I need it.
Sis,
But when I saw that, I said, wait a minute, hold on. He done combed out his wigs, and also last thing I'll say on it, like, I guess the thing that I really didn't like about it, I just don't like that type of energy at the Roots picnic. That's not the place for that. If you've ever been there, like, it's very, like, positive, love and light, like, culture, like, in a positive way. For me, I just didn't. I was like, you could have took that. You should have kept Made in America if you was gonna do all of that. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
All right. Jay, did you get to see the Jay-Z freestyle where he took shots at everybody? If y'all don't know, here on Millennials versus the World, Jay is our battle rap connoisseur. He knows every battle rapper in the history of America. So rap beefs is his thing, man. So did you get to hear the freestyle that Jay-Z put out there?
I actually did not, bro. I'm kind of pissed about that too. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna listen to it today.
Okay. All right. So any last thoughts on Jay-Z before we move on to this podcast party recap question? All right, let's get into this recap. All right. So, do you believe women date what they want and men date what they can? So, before we answer that, salute to everybody that came to the podcast party in DC, man. It was a great show, all the things, man. It was a hell of a move. So we are recapping some of the questions that we have in a live show, and we bringing them here to YouTube to kind of get some second thought perspective and the perspective of our community online. So do you believe women date what they want and women date what they want and men date what they can? I'm gonna start by saying absolutely not, but I'm gonna open it up. Jay, I'm gonna go to you first, bro. You just came in, bro. Jay, what you think, man?
No, I don't think for men or women, it works like that unless you're in a certain tax bracket. then you become the person that can choose what you want. When you're in, I mean, and I'm saying that like you can like somebody, you know what I mean, and that's on your level, but some of these people, I want a 1% man, I want a guy that's making X amount of figures. Like that person may not be checking for you for real. Like you, I don't.
Mother.
Leave it to Jay, man.
Go ahead, man. I don't know what happened to my boy,
Oh
man.
my
Boy,
gosh.
this boy
I
just
got my
got,
boy
boy
up
just
out of
got
there, man.
kidnapped.
Yeah, hey, she got that text. Like, what you talking about? Boy, had to get up out of there.
Put the joint on him.
Yeah. Uh, uh,
Mm.
but what y'all think, man?
Can
So I'm
can
gonna
we
say this.
talk
Oh no.
about a
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry. Can we talk about a common theme that was going on with this question and
Okay.
several other questions at the podcast party?
Okay.
Please.
Let's talk about it.
Amazing guests. Everyone, was lit. I came there. I saw my realtor on the stage. I'm like, okay, it's fire. But I feel like there was this church girl versus regular girl theme that was
Okay.
happening with all the
Mhm.
questions. Like, and no disrespect to anyone that was calling themselves a church girls, people on stage and people in the audience. And I feel like that they felt like maybe they were the ones who can date what they want because of their religious status, whereas everyone else maybe, you know, get the
Hey, say
dust
what you're saying, man.
that's
No,
left
no, you ain't got
over
to think about it. Say
because
what you're saying, man. Go on, say it.
I'm just saying, like, I felt very judged. Like, damn, do I need to go to church? Like, what is happening here? So it was just, I don't know. And maybe it's just me, but a lot of the answers, and even with this one, it was like, well, church girl here. So, and then the answer, but it's like, why does the church girl title change anything? It was still, men and women.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brittany.
Listen, it doesn't change. I'll keep this as simple as I can. It doesn't change the fact that it's still men and women, right? And I'm sorry you felt that way, Sam, because you shouldn't have felt like you were being judged because it's
For sure.
still man and woman. I do think that
Yeah.
I do think so. I think one of the responses from one of the guests outside of the church thing was most of the time women we're selective, right? Like we can really bag anything we want. I think somebody shouted like not all of y'all. And I it was funny at the time, but it's also very true. I think women,
Very true.
despite this pretty privilege that some women think that they uphold, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, for real, right? Like there's a lot of dudes that may find you attractive, but your attitude could be super sucky, and that could show just by somebody saying hello and you rolling your eyes and walking the other way because you think you're the it girl. So I think that like that statement to me, I didn't agree with. To the question that's being asked, if I can go back and sort of respond, it's more of like I feel like men spend, or the society has made it so men have to spend a lot of time trying to prove themselves based on like how much money they make, the 50-50 conversation, what do you bring to the table, blah 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 blah. So that kind of leads into like, oh, I like a woman gets to choose those things. But somebody on that panel, won't say a name, if you were there, you know who I'm talking about, said that men ultimately get to choose like who they marry. And that is factual. Like there was no lies told because women have a choice too, right? We have a choice to say yes or no. But ultimately, women spend a lot of time waiting for the man to propose. You don't see a lot of women proposing or doing that. It's not biblically, back to the Bible, you're not supposed to do that, right? A man is supposed to do that. So I just feel like if we stop trying to generalize things using pretty privilege and using the church and using all these different things, people just need to date who they can, date who they want, date who they need, and then the rest will align as it's supposed to kind of fit. That's just how I see relationships in general.
So I think everything you all said is true. I think, that wasn't, you shouldn't feel that way. I do understand everything that you're saying, mother, but I'll say to the question, I just think that, like, if from a very logical standpoint, like, there's always going to be there's more women than guys. There's always going to be another chick that's willing to like, if you playing hard to get and it's too much, a guy's probably gonna be like, okay, you know what? I take this L. I'm gonna move on. I think the problem is like when people like each other, they don't say it soon enough. So you ain't got to worry about dating who you want or who you can, or when you're not, when it's all that great stuff. If I like you and we over the age of 10, let me not say 10. We over the age of 15, 16. Like, I like you is very elementary, is what I'm saying. Like, if we're grown, you should be able to say, like, hey, I'm feeling you. He or she should be able to respond to whatever you're saying, and let's go from there. So now we in a situation that we like each other a little bit off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And if I turn you off or you turn me off, we can take ownership from there. I think the thing is, too many people come into it with preconceived notions of, oh, if I do this, then that gonna happen. Oh, if I move this way, then it's gonna get this reaction. No, dog. And in reality, in today's culture, taking on more men-like tendencies, men actually get to date who they want because women go after guys now way more than they used to. Not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but that's the truth of what's happening. Like that they aggressive now.
You think because
they are.
You think because women are approaching men, the men get to date what they want?
I think that this question stems from a time where men would date what they can because they were approaching. So if she told you no, it's like, damn, I'm out of here. That's no good. But now, if an attractive woman is pursuing you, it's kind of like the table is turned. I get an option to say, like, okay, yeah, yay or nay. It wasn't always that way. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
do you think that it always wasn't that way, or does it have to do with age?
whoever go first get the choice, man or woman. Whoever pursues, the other person gets the choice. That's the reality of it. If you approach somebody, you giving them the option to say, like, nah, I'm good on this. Okay, let's do it. And you already in the trick bag because you came over here. So I already know you like me. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, that's the reality.
Is there no way to be in like the place of the upper hand if you are the initiator?
If you go to a car lot and you know you're trying to buy a car, do you think you got the upper hand or do they got the upper hand? Because you know you need a car.
I need a car, but it's still my money. I decide where I spend it.
Okay, cool. So when you walk your hind parts across that bar and say, hey, how you doing? Do you feel any parts that you got the upper hand in that situation?
Yes.
Where?
How not?
Yeah, where we going afterwards?
Very funny. But I feel like at times the initiator could be in a position of power because you are displaying a level of confidence. You are there. It's fearlessness. A lot of people don't talk to people that they want to talk to because they're afraid. This is a new day and age with social media and stuff like that. Back in the day, you could approach someone and quietly get denied or, even humiliated. But now in 2026, you have to think is this person going to expose me online? Am I going to go viral? Am I going to be this? Am I going to be that? That can deter a lot of people. But if I'm in a position of confidence and openness, I feel like I'm in control. Yeah, you can say no, but I mean, I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
But I think that's what he's saying. Like, you're not in control because it's a 50-50 chance that this person does either everything that you said of exposing you or humiliating you, or, you know, you get what you want. Like, you're not in control. The person that you're approaching is in control because it's up to them whether they allow you to talk to them or not.
And that only goes
Well,
for
maybe
women.
it's I was about to say, maybe it's a different experience for women versus men, because I feel like when a woman approaches, I feel like it's a position of power. If, let's say, all right, you've been fantasizing over this girl on social media, you like her posts, you just think she's beautiful, and then one day she DMs you. You think that that's not a position of power? You're gonna be so gone off of that DM. This is like, this is your dreams coming true. You think that puts you in a position of power? I'm saying, if this is someone you were lusting over and they finally reached out to you, it's not gonna feel like, oh my God, this is my big moment. You're gonna feel like, oh, like, I'm the one in position of power.
No, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think women get that luxury, unfortunately. I think guys get that luxury when they approach. I'm being real. Like somebody even said in the chat, like, yo, what up? I'm saying, like, a guy can control it from the approach because that's the norm. Like, I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's no woman. Okay, I'll put us out there. There's guys that approach with malice intent. There's guys that approach with relationship intent. There's guys that approach with just, as Asia would say, just doing it for the plot. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's many women that's going to approach in those different ways.
Are you serious?
I said, hey, can you hear what I'm saying? Let me run it back.
Many women.
I mean, I heard what you're saying, but I just feel like most women have it's more common than you think.
So I got a question.
Than you think.
You approach an ugly guy just for a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't count then. That's not norm. That's not norm. That's not
is the norm. That I feel like that's more normal than a woman going for like what she thinks may be out of her league. It will be easier to go for the loser for free drinks.
Oh.
She's not approaching to do that. She'll take advantage of him if the ugly guy approaches. Then I cannot see a woman approaching an ugly guy like, you know what? Let's go get him.
So wait, hold on. I do want to just say this. I do want to say this, Keenan. It does indeed happen. Absolutely.
Yes.
Give me that percentage. Give me that percentage.
The ugly.
You know me. I can't give you a percentage, but what I can say is I can set the scene. Okay. It's girls' night. Okay. It's girls' night. Just the ladies. Yeah, girl. I ain't paying for nothing tonight. I ain't even bringing my wallet. Watch. I'm gonna get a couple of free drinks. Watch. I'm gonna get that dude that's right over there. Him. You gonna get a drink from him? Watch me. She leaves her girls, flirts with oh boy, who she has no interest in, doing it for the plot and for the free drink, and then she will go back to her girls with a drink in her hand. Yes, she will do it.
And maybe even drinks for all her friends.
She better be pretty. That's talking heavy. Like, I ain't bringing my wallet out tonight. She better be pretty, man. See, it's a lot of people that got that false sense of confidence. You saying that, but you ain't the one in the group that need to be going do it. Bring your wallet. Bring your wallet.
I'm just setting the scene of what does it does happen in some spaces. And I'm saying this because you said it don't happen. It could.
Well, what I'm saying is, if the friend that says that ain't y'all number one or two, y'all need to hold accountability and tell her, no, bring your wallet, girl. We're gonna leave ours. You bring yours. Because we don't know what you're gonna get. Accountability. amongst women.
That's crazy.
No, it's not, bro. It's called honesty because
That's
women
It is.
know.
I mean,
Women know.
don't get me wrong.
Women know if women do that, they also know who needs to approach to get that drink.
They also know who to approach. Y'all ain't just picking some random dude without actually scoping the scene. Y'all know who to approach in that manner that y'all talking about right there. You know who to approach.
Well, yeah, we did that walking in. Like, what are you talking about? That's done.
Right.
Because it's true. Like I'm being. This is not the life I live, but y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it real. It happens when any woman walks into any space. We really are scoping the scenery out regardless. For me, at least, I always do it for a safety thing anyway. I need to know the person that looks like they're the most threatening, the person that looks like they shifting a little bit too much. I need to know where the exits are, right? Like, it's a lot that goes into it. And y'all know us as women, we're like private eyes for real. So we seen everything. That's how we came up with the plot.
Hey, Rob, man, you over there a little quiet, man. What you think about women approaching just for the drink?
No. I want to get back to the subject. I want to get back to the question. Can we get back there? I don't know about no drinks. So
okay, all right, go ahead.
We can talk about the date where they can. So I'll just use an example. So me and my wife went out the other night. So I don't know if I'm the oldest in here, but I might.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
Is anybody older than 40?
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm the oldest in here. All right. So I'm the oldest in here. Me and my wife.
My fault, Rob. My fault.
Nah, me and my wife, we went out the other night. We went to Tacoma Station. We went to the Go-Go. That's, I'm homegrown, so I'm gonna be in somebody Go-Go at least once a month. And the environment in there. So I don't know if it's maybe because it's the age, or if the tides truly have turned to where women are pursuing men more. I kind of think it's more of the age bracket thing, because I don't know if this is really happening for like people in their 20s. But I'm in here with my wife. We together. It's clear as day we together. She got her ring on. I got on mine. I tell her, I say, hey, let's go get the seat right there so we can be closer to the band. I'm waiting to pay the bill. So lady come up next to me. I see her just throwing eye contact, and the baseball game is on. And she like, who you think gonna throw a strike? I don't watch baseball, but nice try though. You know what I'm saying? Then we get on there, we chilling. My wife is like, she didn't really want to dance. I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and spin the block, get my little party on. I'm dancing, I'm doing my little two-step, that's what 40-year-olds do. We just 1 2 1 2, come back. And next thing you know, I got woman over here throwing eye contact, one here, just all moving in. So I'm kind of like, oh, let me back up. So 10 years ago, that'd be unheard of for me. And unless people like gray hairs and receding hairlines, I definitely think the age thing kind of plays a part. I think the older women tend to be a little bit more pursuing of the men. So that's what I think. That's what I'm seeing. And this is probably in the last like 3 years.
I agree.
So
I
you
think
don't think a young 20-something?
I'm not saying that. I'm only
like
saying
you
on
said, gray hair,
with
receding hairline, and would be like, oh, he's sweet. Let me do my one too.
They could try. You could try. you could try.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, I don't think these 20-year-olds are smart enough. I think they give themselves too much credit. I think they would try that, but I don't think they think we know game and we do know it. You know what I mean? I think the point I was trying to make earlier was like, which y'all prove me wrong. I just feel like sometimes whoever approaches loses. It's almost like whoever speaks first when you negotiating something loses. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. Like I know where this is going. And I think when it comes to dating, again, I don't think it's enough people saying that they like this person. I picked up the phone every time you call. You don't know I like you, but I asked you and you ain't say nothing about it. So like, what are we talking about here? Like so many of these like notions around communication and all the great things. I'm like, hey, yeah, you did pick up the phone, you did text back, but why can't we just like, yo, I'm feeling you, we're in our 30s. This is what I'm feeling, this is what you feeling, let's go. And then when you leave so much to the imagination, that's when social media culture, friend culture, circles get into play, because you really don't know, and you asking people that don't have your best interest in mind, or they just going based off their experiences. But I think it's just dangerous in 2026 to say like anyone dates who they can. Now it's kind of like free game. The playing field is even for real.
I think you lose. I think you lose if you're thirsty.
Okay, further explain.
If you thirsty, and if a man is thirsty and a woman know it, you're gonna get took advantage of. Vice versa. If a woman come up to me, older or younger, and she thirsty as hell, if I'm a single man, she probably gonna get used up.
Explain used up.
I mean, she gonna get used up. I mean, we adults. If she thirsty and I know I ain't really trying to do nothing with her in my former life, you know what I'm saying? She gonna get used up and it's gonna be on to the next. The same way if it's a woman, if I'm an older guy, she younger, and she know I'm thirsty and I'm gonna spend that money on her, she gonna use me the hell up.
Okay.
Do we disagree on that?
Nah, in my experience, and this is a while ago, long time ago, years and years and years. But
so how many years, bro? Your experience? Go ahead. How many years was this?
40
years and
ago?
years and years, years and years and years.
39 years.
It's been a while.
I heard 6 years. Okay, so you was 29. Go ahead. I heard years. Yeah, that's 6.
This man here. Okay. But no. The women who approached were not on no, I'm trying to be in a relationship. The women who approach, typically they're a little bit more aggressive and they looking for one thing. They ain't looking for the straight and narrow guy who is going to take care of them. They trying to get that back broken. That's it, in my experience. So if a woman is approaching, that's the first thing that I'm looking for. I'm looking to hear your words. I'm looking to see your actions, your body language, all of that, because the first thing I'm going to think is you just trying to hit.
Whoa, that's what you. Hold on.
You weren't listening?
For me?
No, I'm talking about Keenan. He's so thrown off.
To you saying you just want to hit and keep just saying, well, bro, that's what you be thinking. That's what you be thinking.
No, hold on. I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is, I was it a little bit. So you called me on that, but I'm gonna ask a clarifying question. When you said that, whose perspective was that coming from?
She's just trying to hit. If she's approaching me,
yeah, I heard that.
She's
right.
just
So
trying this. Okay, bro. Okay.
Like, bro, that's what you thinking. That's what you thinking.
Yeah, you wild, bro. You wild. You just want me to hit. There you go. That's what you want. That's what you want to hear.
You're a child.
I think it depends on where you meet them at too.
That too.
Hey, bro, let me tell you, man. I think when contrary to the 5% that Asia and Mother talk about, the other 95 that they approach, they like you most.
Yes.
Wait, say that again. My fault.
What would she have to do or say for you to feel any type of like genuineness? Like, what if you literally, she turned her head, saw you, and you took her breath away, and she just had to say something to you?
I think, like Rob just said, location matters. If I'm out, like we were talking about earlier, like nightlife, I'm probably still gonna have my antennas up that you just want me to hit. But if I'm at a coffee shop or something and that happens, all right, cool, I'm gonna hear you out.
Dang.
That's fair.
I mean, you can't help where you see someone you're attracted to.
That's why I said I'm listening. I'm not initially, oh, you just trying to hit. Bye. I'm hearing you out. We gonna talk. But in my head, I know what's up. If we out at night with them drinks flowing.
The only way the club doesn't.
So she's not gonna have your full attention.
Probably not. And again, it depends on what she's saying. First thing she say is, "Hey, let's go get a drink." No.
If she that'll make me uncomfortable, man.
That's crazy.
That'll make me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest.
They just said, is that what
It
they
would
doing now?
make you
They just walk
uncomfortable
up
if
to you?
somebody asked you for a drink at the bar.
Just walk up to you and say, "Let's get a drink."
Hold on. First of all,
you buying my drink?
First of all, I don't like the way you put that. Second, if she walked up to me and said, "Hey, let's go get a drink," I'm probably gonna think you like borderline serial killer, like ho.
My
Not going
God.
anywhere.
Why?
No introduction. Hi, my name is.
Yeah, that's like what? So are we acting like if she randomly walk up to you, like, hey, yeah, come on, let's get a drink. I feel like you taking advantage of me. That's crazy.
Is that what's
I
happening?
mean,
right
let's
now?
get
Is
a
that
drink
what's going
and
on out there?
talk.
Yeah, but the way B-Dot explained the scenario, there was no like, hey, how you doing? It's like, hey, let's get a drink.
Okay, I skipped over that.
Yeah,
That's
like
a little too aggressive.
Whoa,
Yeah,
if
it's a
we
little too
rap
aggressive.
a little bit and she said like, hey, let's step to the bar real quick. That's different. But if she just pick you out of the lineup, like, hey, let's go get a drink.
I mean, that's an invitation to let's go communicate.
What if
Y'all,
dudes do that and it's okay? Guys do that and it's okay?
Guys do that all
We
the
walk
time.
right
That
up to
happened
you
at
like,
the podcast party. Like dudes
What's
do that
happening? Let
all
me
the
get you a
time.
drink. That's cool though. That's cool.
Yes.
It's initiating
What's wrong
it's an
with it?
invitation to have a conversation. Like how,
Okay.
I just don't understand how guys can sit here and be like, oh, women always whatever, and then when women actually do it, it's like, oh, that's aggressive. I don't like that. She just want to smash that.
I
What
use the
y'all
other
Well,
want
I
to
don't
do?
know about the smash part. But
Which
it
one?
do come off a little aggressive. If that's the first thing you saying to me is let's go get a drink. The first thing you say
We're
to me?
in the middle of a party and it's loud. I'm not gonna have extensive dialogue with you, or I'm
gotta be
gonna try
extensive. It
and
gotta be
get
more
you
than that.
somewhere. Yeah, let's go get a drink so I can talk to you some more where it's not so in the middle of the party.
All right, so you said let's go get a drink. Hey, my name da 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 da. You know, small talk. Let's go get a drink. You buying that drink for me, right?
Yes, I asked you to
Okay.
come to the
Whoa,
bar.
whoa. That's different. That's not. See, I don't like when people add in to what the way. So that's far different. If we have a little small talk, Dot, the way you said it is like, well, hey, you drink now.
I mean, but I imply.
That's how you led it. That's why I was saying, I'm like, is this what's happening right now?
That's a bit like
Nah.
Asia, come on, man. Rock with me, Asia. Be real now.
That's
With
a little
no
too much.
conversation, no hate, no nothing.
That's too much.
Hey, you come get a drink. That's like, whoa.
No conversation, no nothing. I think that's aggressive. It also happens every day. On meaning, like I can't talk for women doing that to men, but it does happen every day with men doing that to women.
To women,
And so
yes.
I actually just want to take this opportunity for whoever's listening. If you the same way that the men folk up here, like, dang, that's aggressive, that's a lot, I would be uncomfortable. Think about how we feel when certain men,
Period.
not y'all. I'm saying the way that y'all are saying, like, dang, that's aggressive. I want y'all to keep, not y'all, but the men folk that do that to women, and y'all just be like, hey, I like the way, and that, sir, please back up.
Can I say something though?
No, that is crazy.
I feel like that happens when guys like that are leading with money.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
No, because broke dudes are number one in line to do that. The ugly, broke, losers, whatever, are number one in line to do that.
Listen, but so it's crazy if he's broke and saying, let's go get a drink. That's insane, first and foremost.
I'm weeping.
The second part is most guys that lead with money usually approach with some type of monetary exchange.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I even feel like if you propose drinks in a smooth way, that's far different from going to somebody and say, hey, let's go get a drink. I think because once upon a time, and people may disagree with this, but this is the truth, buying a drink was like a payment for some of your time to have an initial conversation. It wasn't so like, hey, like it used to be like, hey, common courtesy, like I don't know you, like, hey, what you drinking tonight? I'm buying your time for a little bit to see if you want drink number 2. Those are the things that's gotten out of whack now in dating. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's a flex, now it's aggression, now it's approach. But it used to be like, okay, like, oh, What you sipping on? Like, by the time this drink going, we gonna figure out if you going back to your friends or we getting another one. That's typically what that used to be. And y'all could correct me on that if I'm wrong, but it's just like some of the things I hear now, I'm just like, I wouldn't do it. I will feel uncomfortable if it's done to me, and I'm not afraid to say I don't care if I'm out. I'm like, hey, hey, let's get a drink. No.
Nope.
I'm okay. Like, what's going on here? Because I think it's not really about getting to know someone when you leave with that. You know what I mean? Like, you got to break down a little bit. If you on with your own girls' night, you're not bringing your wallet, you just out here finessing, I can respect that. That's cool. That's what you want. But in the context of dating, if I'm trying to get to know you, the first thing I'm not going to lead with that. If I'm trying to lead with that, this trying to go one way. That's it.
I think though, Keenan, like I wouldn't know. I'm not out here dating, but I think there's a expectation of that. So I think it's almost like an automatic thing. Like a drink is like, I don't know, parking your car almost. Because I feel like if I'm offering, that's step one. Like step one, getting a drink, whether it's the man or the woman, and then it's the conversation, and then it's to get to know you or whatever. So I don't know. I agree with you. I do think it was buying your time back in the day a little bit, but nowadays I kind of feel like it's an expectation. Like you come with a drink.
Yeah. I don't know. Any last thoughts on women dating who they want and men dating who they can? All right, let's get into these topics of the night. All right, so let's kind of pivot really quickly before the second one. I know there's going to be a lot of opinions, so let's kind of bring it back to something different. All right, so you're dating someone that has crazy parents, or your partner has crazy parents. What's your approach to that? Like your partner's parents are out there, like they far left, and it may not be anything. It may not be impacting y'all. You just identify like, whoa, this is what I'm about to get into. What's you all's approach to knowing that your partner's parents are crazy? But you really like this person. You ain't on the fence. Y'all locked in. You may not even be in a relationship, but you really like this person, but you realize their parents are off the chain, off the meat rack. What y'all doing?
Navigate carefully. As careful as you can. Just one day at a time, man. I mean, if you logged in, you're gonna have to figure out how to, get them to meet you halfway, or get them to learn you. Maybe they chill out, or navigate carefully. That's all I can say. I mean, that's the only nice way to say it.
All right. I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Vito.
My original thought was, you need to make sure that she ain't crazy too, because if her parents crazy, she might be crazy. But it says partner down here, so therefore if she's crazy or not. My second thing would be to ask her how attached she is to them, because we can move away. I ain't gotta deal with that. But also, crazy is very, very, very broad. I don't know what you mean by crazy, because that could go a bunch of different ways. All right. So yeah, I'm a little torn. So I kind of want to hear some of the other things in the direction that we go. And
Asia, you were next. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was really going to just start with, I think it depends what kind of crazy.
Okay.
That's first and foremost. I think that it's like, are they crazy in a certain context? Right? Like when they do certain things, they're crazy. Is their personality just crazy? Are they disrespectful and crazy? Like, I have lots of questions there, but my thing would actually be if my partner notices, if my partner is aware that his parents are crazy, because I have a thing where I don't want to be the first one to say something, because I think it's your responsibility. Those are your parents. You should have a conversation with them. Because I don't want to always be caught in the middle of the things that your parents have been doing since the dawn of time. If you have never had a conversation with them about their behavior or whatever they're doing, I do not want to be the first one to say something. Also, because I'm thinking like I'm not married, so I'm thinking future down the line. I'm not about to be sitting up here and now I'm the reason why y'all don't talk and all these things. No, no, no. You need to have a conversation with your parents about the behaviors. How does it make you feel? How have you dealt with this? I would need to dig a little bit deeper.
I'm saying something. Got me bent. Like, hey, do y'all always interact? Like, is this the norm? Is this the norm? Like, I'm not gonna judge it, but I'm gonna ask. See, this is the thing. Asia, I respect the fact that you don't want to be in a trick bag saying something first. However, if we get to the point where I feel like I gotta say something, allow me to sign up for this. Because, like, don't just be, your parents wild. I'm seeing certain things, and you should be something. We driving home, and I know you just saw what I saw, and you ain't saying nothing. Now I'm looking at you like, oh, did I just look into the future of what you gonna be? Like, you ain't saying nothing, and I know we just saw this.
Yeah. No,
So
I would say something to him. I would say something to him. I wouldn't say something to his parents, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the part. I'm not having a conversation with his parents about like because why y'all doing? No, I'm talking to my guy, and he needs to be the one to
What
talk
if they
to his
talk to him
parents.
crazy, Asia? You there and they going crazy on them. You ain't saying nothing.
Y'all know I'm not going for that. No, that I'm not.
Whoa! I thought you not saying nothing. I thought you not saying nothing.
What
You
I
talking
said
to him.
was I started off by. It depends what type of crazy we're talking about. I asked, are they disrespectful crazy? That is very different to me than their personality. It's in context of when they're with their friends or whatever the case may be. Because what you're not gonna do, what you're not gonna do is like disrespect mine. That's kind of wild and crazy. I will say.
Hold on.
You would check his parents for how they
I'm
talk
not.
to their son.
I'm not checking his parents like getting disrespectful, but I'm definitely gonna not. I would be the one to say this is getting a little crazy, y'all. Like,
And wait,
can we tone it
Asia, but
down?
what if he turns to
Absolutely.
you and says, mind your
Stay in your
business.
place.
Mind
Stay
your
in your
business.
place. It
This
ain't
is
got nothing to
between
do
me
with
and my
you.
parents. We're not doing this. I'll talk to you about this later. Then what happens with the relationship?
That's not something that for me.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, cool. Because to a point, if he felt like I was overstepping, that's one thing. And y'all know me, I've had conversations about this anyway. But for me, I don't think that I could handle. Because I would say, you know what, if you felt that I overstepped, that's cool. However, and also I don't feel comfortable with that. So if that's something that y'all navigate, I'm not going to be the one to sit there and then allow you to be disrespected by your parents constantly. That's putting me in a compromised position. It's not something that I value. I don't know if I'm cool with that. So if that's what y'all got to do, cool. Also, don't talk to me crazy like that. I also don't appreciate that. And then that's just, I just have to leave it where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a compromise where? Oh, go ahead.
I think that it also, the length of time that you all have been together would play a role as well. If this is someone you just met and you see that their family is crazy, you might be like, oh no, I'm good. Like, we can just cut this off. You might snowball and show me that this is how you are. Now, if this is someone you've been with for some time and you've all have connected and you feel like you know him, and this is just like an unfortunate detail of his life story that he was born into this crazy family. I feel like it is the crazy touching me. Like, are they directing it to me? Am I just, witnessing? Like, what is the extent of the crazy? And if in the event that I became the focus of the crazy, are you okay with me sticking up for myself? I feel like that would have to be some type of conversation as well. And if your partner knows their family is crazy, I feel like it will come with disclaimers before you actually met the family. Like, I think it's very rare for someone to know that their family is effed up and just let you walk in and just whatever happens, happens. They're gonna say a little something like, oh, my mom is a little, or, sometimes family gatherings get a little crazy. Like, it'll
My
be
thing,
a disclaimer.
my thing is, like, are y'all close and crazy or distant and crazy? I could take distant and crazy. If y'all close and crazy, I don't think I want to be in this.
Not only that, but like how your partner responds. Cause to your point, Sam, I think that, like, true story, was in a relationship. There was no disclaimers, because clearly you thought this was normal for you, because this is how you were raised. I went to a home, Thanksgiving, everybody was there. And when I tell you, it was the most degrading, disrespectful thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Oh,
And
man.
then it spiraled to me, and I felt uncomfortable. And y'all know I'm a mouthpiece. I'm going to snap on you. This is the one time in my life where I didn't, and I felt like crying, and I needed to leave immediately. It was at that moment that I was like, yo, and I was in a relationship for a minute. I was like, yo, I don't know this person for real. If you cannot respond to your family like this because you think it's normal, this is not normal. If you can't see that this is unhealthy, then we can't beat it. This is not going to work, because now I've seen a whole different side of how you respond to your family in these situations. And then I'm fearful that if we did pursue anything like marriage or whatever, you'd bring that into our family dynamic because you think it's normal. So I think for me, it will be how my partner responds when the crazy happens. If you're not proactive in responding, I gotta go. I don't care how long I've been with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I agree with you. But y'all can't be close. If y'all close and crazy, I'm gonna get up out of there, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. We can't have no
What if
close and
you're
crazy.
already deep in love?
I'm about to get deep out of
Gotta
here.
go.
I'll just stay away.
I'm getting deep.
I'm not dating her parents.
I'm just gonna stay away. I'll be like, well, are you going to your parents? All right, well, I'm going here for Thanksgiving, so I'll catch up with you after.
But hold on, because I heard you say something similar, like I'm not dating her parents. I get it. My thing is, we talk about crazy now. It's other things, but we talking about crazy. What I'm trying to say is that if y'all are close and y'all have a really close relationship, you talk every day, you like y'all doing this every day, and you bringing it home, I don't want to be a part of that. It's not what I want to be a part of. Now, if it's a situation where we live here, you live there, we got to go for the holidays, and I know it's about to be wild. Okay, cool. But like, if y'all close and crazy and stuff is happening often, and we got to deal with it on our end emotionally in house, and they not even living here, I'm not going for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now, if y'all again are distant and crazy, it ain't really impacting us. Okay, I'll deal with it when we see y'all. Okay, cool. We know what it is. But if y'all talk every day and we woke up smiling, I done shot them texts out all day. I think it's about to get reckless tonight. You know what I'm saying? And then you done talk to your parents, and then they done threw you off. No.
So you their parents disrespect her. You not saying nothing?
How long we been in it?
It's your partner.
Relationship. Huh?
That's your partner. That's your partner.
Man, I don't use it. Is this my wife or my girlfriend?
Boy, you used it down there.
I know. I'm asking you though. In my situation, is this my wife or my girlfriend?
This your now wife. This is your wife.
Oh no, that's different. That's different.
Okay,
you guys are checking parents.
Hold on,
I'm leaving.
If I married you, I made a decision to be in this with you, and checking is aggressive. But like, if I married you and something get out of pocket, I'm not gonna call it checking. I'm absolutely protecting my wife.
I'm standing up for you. Yes,
because I made the decision to be in this.
The other side, I feel like the other side will always interpret it as checking.
If
they are crazy, If they are
Yeah.
crazy, it's gonna be seen as checking.
Good.
Okay. What?
Good.
I'm crying.
Yep.
Okay. What if you are just that? Okay. You fall in love. This person shows no sign of crazy. Okay. You guys are in a beautiful relationship. And then let's say year 2, year 3, they are slow rolling in the crazy family. Okay. They try to keep you as separate as possible. Sometimes, you might see them affected by the crazy. You couldn't just be in the position of like a support person. You have to.
If we're married and you slow roasted me in, right? I'm going to ask the question first, like, hey, why is this happening after we went and got married? A,
Because she knows.
B, if it gets to a point where it's impacting your well-being, I'm going to have to say something. Now, to the parents, I know how to be respectful. If they take it, I'm gonna be real with you. I would be more mindful of her reaction when I did it than I would theirs. They should feel that way.
Yeah.
But if I had to go out on the line and do what I see for my wife, a lot of people don't have a conversation. Parents ain't in that lineup. It's me and you. You know what I'm saying? Parents ain't in that lineup. So if I do that and then you get on me, oh yeah, what's that song? Usher song?
Let It Burn.
No, Papers. We married, man. We getting papers, man.
Well, that's what I meant. But that's what I meant.
Look,
burn them papers.
Hey,
burn
when
them.
you're
So
married,
you couldn't sympathize with the position that your wife is in now. Like she is in a spot between her husband and her parents.
Hear me out.
She can't choose her parents.
Hear me out though. If I was disrespectful, then I will put you in the trick bag. But if I step in like, hey y'all, we not about to do this. Like we not about to do this. Like, hey love, it's time to go. Like you ain't got to sit through this. Come on, let's roll out. If I do it that way,
sit through this.
If they go crazy on her, absolutely.
Then what if they say something to you?
Is that not the gentleman way?
You guys are brave. I feel like
that's not
brave.
the gentleman way though. Is that not gentleman like though? If it's a whole skirmish going on and you saying, hey, hon, you know what? It's getting crazy. I think we should go. Is that not? That's about as gentleman. That's about as respectful as it can get, because if the parents start jumping in after that, then y'all gonna be going back and forth. So why not try to at least attempt to remove him or her from the situation?
Yeah, but you called my family crazy.
But at what point?
I didn't call anybody crazy. I'm just saying that it's
getting a little crazy.
Yeah. If it's getting crazy, if that's how they take, you can take it however you want. At this point, I don't really care about how y'all feel about the situation. I care about getting my wife out of here.
Yep.
So
do y'all allow these situations? Let me word this right. Do y'all allow these situations to hinder your relationship in any form or fashion? Because I agree, saying that respectfully, like, hey, it's time to go. Like, this is getting a little rowdy. Okay, cool. I can acknowledge that. But then I've seen where parents be like, yeah, that's why you got that. And then they start hopping on you. And then it's this whole thing. And then y'all go home as a married couple, have a conversation. At what point do are parents impactful or hurtful to a relationship? Because at the end of the day, those are still her parents. So if she chooses to go back and talk to them, or she wants you to go to a family reunion and you're like, nah, the last time I was there, it was just, what are we doing?
I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm be real. I'm Brady, I'm gonna stick to the point I made. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna be super mindful of how my wife reacts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm sticking my neck out there for you, you be like, hey, no, forget that. Hey, look, dog. If you're not about to go, I'm about to go. Because now you done made a decision to step in. Because this is the thing. I think a lot of people, it's uncomfortable. To Sam's point, it's uncomfortable. But like, I didn't marry them. My innate, my love for you makes me want to protect you. We not doing that.
from
And
anybody.
if they got a problem, if you have a problem with me protecting you from that, then we got a whole nother conversation that we got to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry for the church finger.
No, it's all
But
good.
okay. So you said you're in a position to always protect your wife, right?
Okay. Yes.
Let's say this was her situation at work. Are you
Okay.
going up to her job? Or let's say you are, okay, going up to her job could be one example. Or let's say you go to a holiday party or a conference and you overhear someone talking to her sideways. Let's say it's her supervisor
Can we put a
or
gender on it?
it's a man.
Oh, you got me bent.
And
I know how to be
Yeah, he
professional.
got to go.
it's
He got
the
to get checked when he got leave.
VP, it's the VP of the company, whatever. You're gonna have that same energy
Yes.
It's
at
gonna
her
come
job.
out. It's going
Wait,
to
let's
be.
define
It's
energy
going.
real quick.
Listen, it's professional. There, I don't see the issue of saying, "Hun, it's getting crazy in here," or "I don't like what's going on. Let's go." I think you can use that in any scenario.
As a
And
black man, I don't think you can. I
but
feel like it's going to come off combative
well,
or like you're
see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't care how it's received. The only person who needs to receive it is my wife. I don't care how pop, mom, CEO of, I don't care how that person feels. If I'm coming
and now
to you,
she's fired.
she can't get fired because I said let's go. Well, what kind of
Why
kind of
not?
company? This not a
No,
sweatshop.
I'm saying if you're in a position of protection,
At a holiday party, she can get fired.
and I'm just
Or
saying,
at work. Or at work.
that was one example. You are in her work environment.
If she's
no
at
matter
work,
where.
okay, I'll go there. If she's at work and she called me and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," do. The best I can say is, "Hey, take the rest of the day off. Tell them, make something up. We got to pick the kids up and leave."
Why can't you have that same energy for her blood?
If I'm still saying leave, that's the same
That's what
thing.
he said.
Hey, look, so
No,
the truth ain't-
you guys said you were going to protect her against her parents.
No. That's not what I said.
I said it,
I
and I
said
meant it.
that. No. Well, let me get in here. My bad.
I've been there.
I
Let's
said
go,
that
Rob.
if we had a family, I can give you a scenario for all of them. If we had a family function and it's getting crazy, it's going back and forth, and this is turning into a person who I don't know who this person is. It's my job to get her back to the person I know. So if I could suggest and say, "Hey, hon, it's getting crazy. I think we should go." If she don't want to go, then I just got to thug it out into the end. And then when we get in the car and go home, I'll have to express, "Look, I'm not really feeling that. And this how it's going to be. I'm not coming to the functions." Now, if that comes off combative to her dad per se, and he say, "Well, that's my daughter. Who the hell are you talking about?" And then I'm going to politely reply to him, "This is my wife, and this is who I'm talking to. I'm not speaking to you." And then if it go from there, I'll be like, "Well, I'll be in the car, or I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody's spouse. I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody's boss. But I will let my position be known. This is my position. This is who I am. This is where I'm at. So fuck what you talking about. We about to roll."
And let me just say this. Let me just say this real quick. As like, if I'm anywhere and somebody's being disrespectful to me, even if it is my family, and my husband is there, and I feel like nobody has my back, I feel like I'm getting jumped, emotionally jumped, whatever it is, and he's right there and he's not doing anything, he's gonna hear about I should never, ever be in a position where I feel like I don't have anybody. And that could be with my family. That could be if I'm at a work function or whatever the case may be. How he handles that is how he handles that. But I should never feel like I don't have anybody and my husband is with me. So for me, if it's my dad and he's disrespecting me and I'm like, "Oh my gosh," and y'all know I love my dad down. I don't think he would ever, Mr. Wilson would never. But if he did, and my husband is there, I would absolutely want my husband to say something because I am his wife, number one. Number two, my father, well, I know my dad, so I could talk on this, but like my father would respect him as a man and as my husband. Because like, okay,
Well, we're
cool. So this
talking
could be anybody.
crazy.
We're talking crazy. I should never, if my husband is there.
So maybe they
I
wouldn't
should feel like my husband
interpret
is there.
it that way. And I feel like with your husband, there's a way to remove you from those type of situations without interacting with anyone or displaying any type of like personal feelings towards the situation. Whereas, you know, some of people's exits were more so putting a hard stance that we are leaving because I'm protecting my wife. Whereas you could just pull your wife out of there and be there for her and support her and not speak to anybody and make it an even more aggressive or uncomfortable situation for your wife.
So I agree. I agree with Rob a lot. Everything Rob said, I agree with. I'm gonna say about 3.5 things. In a work situation, if your VP is talking crazy to you anyway, we got a far. He got more to lose in that situation than you. A. B. 9 times out of 10, crazy or not crazy, I'm usually protecting the other person getting my wife up out of there. First, second, third, it's like this. Like I'm going to be real. Like I know how they could take it as a check, but like I'm matching energy. If your craziness and disrespect is on 10, then I'm going to come in at a 10.5 to be like, hey, I'm not going to say nothing crazy. But no, hey, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because I think this is the thing because this is the thing to Asia's point. If I don't, we just got a divorce. If I sit there and let you get mollywopped and emotionally jumped and you know what I'm saying, we just got a divorce. You ain't gonna say it. We might be together for 10 more years, but you ain't with me no more for real.
Nope.
Yeah, like nah. And this is the thing that parents got to understand. When hopefully you all have created a relationship before then, and nobody's getting married before dealing with parents. You know what I mean? But there is no world when it comes down to my wife and my 2 kids, that I'm not like you not about to do that. I don't granted, I married into a beautiful family. We have a great relationship. But like if there was some craziness, they know. Like I've been in some situations with my wife's family members. It could have gotten crazy, but it's like, well, y'all already know I'll crash out behind her. So if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. So if we making this agreement that this is crash out activity, it's crash out activity. If we making this agreement that y'all have a family exchange and now we moving up off of it, we moving up off of it. And my wife ain't the type just to sit there either. So I'm probably de-escalating by saying, hey, let's go. It ain't like a little crazy, like it ain't just skip her. If they crazy, she got a little bit too. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm probably de-escalating. Like, nah, hell no. But enough about crazy parents, man. We got to get up out of there. Long story short, fight your partner's parents if they get out of hand, man.
Absolutely
crying.
There you go. Square up.
Hey, B-Dot, you want to do the honor of reading the next topic before we get up out of here? I'm not gonna do like that. All right, so this was something that I just thought was worth a great conversation about dating. So somebody tweeted, how do you politely tell your girl to lose some weight or hit the gym? And then somebody responded like, bro to bro, if you like skinnier girls, get yourself a skinny girl. If you like thicker girls, get yourself a thick girl. If you like fitness girls, get yourself a fit girl. You are entitled to your own preference. But what you're not going to do, bro, is date a girl who is not your type and make her feel inferior to other girls. What are y'all thoughts and rules and regulations when you date outside your preference? Do you have the right to send critiques to a woman that may not be your girl? And women, don't look at it from you critiquing him. Look at it from if somebody was critiquing you and they told you were not their preference.
But I don't think he was saying that his girl wasn't his preference. I think he just said, hey, You don't look like you used to. How do I say that to my lady and get her to go to the gym? Not that she wasn't his preference or his preference at one point.
Yeah, like why are you in a relationship with somebody that's not your preference? A, B, real life things happen. Depression is real. You eat your way through depression. You have a baby, you gain a little weight. Like those types of things happen all the time. So I think if you are in a healthy relationship, you should be able to communicate those things properly without taking offense to them. Now, we're not going to get up here and say like, hey, that shirt kind of tight. It was not that way a couple years ago. Like, what we doing? That's rude. Like, there's a way to say anything, but I do think even I people like to use the example of like initiating, right? Like, so if it's dieting, if you see ice cream and fried chicken every 5 weeks and you want her to eat salad, I think you start with that. Like, you get a salad, babe, you want a salad too? I'm about to cop one from such and such, and then you kind of slide that in there. Or if it's health related, or if it's going for a light jog or a light walk, I think you got to know your partner to be able to have a communication around that and just understand that it's a sensitive topic for women in general, so you just have to kind of tiptoe around like how you deliver that or with in terms of like being rude.
It's very, very sensitive. It's a
I don't
very
think there's no way.
sensitive
I don't
topic.
to the question. I don't think there's no way to say that without getting in the trick bag.
Yeah.
There's no way to say that without getting in the trick bag. Get up here, say, yeah, hey, I'm getting a salad. You want one too? You're getting cussed out. Say like,
No,
hey,
you're
No, you're not.
not.
hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think to the point of what my man tweeted is that if I say to you, the question was, how do you politely tell your girl to get in the gym and lose some weight? There is no polite way to say that. That's the reality. And if there is, not subliminally, not by saying, hey, I'm eating salad today. You want one? What are you saying to her to make sure she knows you're saying, hey, get in the gym, cut some LBs?
I got
I'll
us a
tell
gym
you how my
membership.
boyfriend said it.
Okay.
So,
Was it polite?
I yes, it was very polite. It was very nice. I got the message and it was completely fine.
Okay.
So I had a baby 5.5 months ago,
Salute.
back in
Congratulations.
December.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And even before giving birth, as a woman, you're gonna be like, nervous that you're gonna look different. Like, am I gonna bounce back? Like, there's so much weight put on the snapback. So, and most people don't snap back right away. So the baby was born in December. That first Valentine's Day, for my Valentine's Day gift, he bought me a bunch of gym stuff that was all pink. So it was like a pink yoga mat, pink dumbbells, like everything pink. And pink is my favorite color. And it was kind of like, love theme, kind of Valentine's Day. Like, I thought it was sweet. But also, I understood what he was politely trying to communicate to me. And I appreciated the way it was just unsaid, but you said everything. So I feel like it is a way that you can. And if the person really cares about your feelings and genuinely just wants you to get there for yourself because they know how much you want it for yourself, they will find a way. But that superficial, like, dang, 5 years ago you were skinny and now you're thick. Like, okay, people age. Like, Brittany said, life happens. But does it make sense to know you like the second half of the tweet, you like slim girls, and now you're trying to turn a big girl into a slim girl? That's not fair. And I feel like that's in those situations, there's no way to communicate and it be effective because you are trying to turn me into somebody you never saw me be. You
Right.
trying to bring me back to what you know that I can do is different than trying to reinvent me. Like now you don't even like me for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. Asia.
Yeah, I agree. Don't try to change me into somebody that my genetics might even say that I can't even do. Like it's like I just feel like yeah, like date the people that fit into your world or whatever you want. Um, I think to the other part around like how do you have conversations about things that things that you think can help the other person, right? I think a part of that is open communication because I think it should go both ways, meaning that I think it should be something that I've probably made a comment, right? Like, hey, I really want to eat healthier. I really want to do this or whatever the case may be. Support me in that, right? I think that there are ways that you can, yeah, have conversations. And sometimes it's I see people and like sometimes like, dang, like I don't feel comfortable even telling my person that this is what I'm insecure about, or whatever the case may be, because they might be really critical. I talk about this a
Mhm.
lot. Like we have to create safe spaces for people to even talk about some of these things. Because she might be thinking the same thing. Like, who knows? Maybe she's like, dang, like I do want to get in the gym, but don't even feel safe enough to like talk about it with you. Like that
Mhm.
sucks.
So I think all those sensitive things should be polite. I think that was a great way. I think the great way about what he did was that you received it. He understood you enough to do it in a way that you would receive it. So I think that was dope. I just feel like specifically with weight and women, just kind of one of those things. If y'all are having a conversation, what I would say, I'll throw myself out there. I do think I think you said it, Brittany, about the salads and things of that nature. I think if you put a goal out there and you're working towards something, you can advertise it as doing something together. You know what I mean? I think sometimes when there is a lack of acknowledgement of a physical change, it's harder to have. You know what I mean? But like most people know when your lady is feeling like some way about those things or what she doesn't like. If you taking a picture and she be like, "Hold, let me see it, let me see it, let me see it," and she said, "Take it again, hold it this way." Why you already know that there's something that she may not like that she's seeing. So you gotta be mindful of those moments to be able to identify. Like I used to do that all the time, and I'm like, "Okay, love, what is it that you don't like?" And when she told me, it was easier for me to have a conversation around it. You know what I mean? But I ain't saying nothing with her name and weight in it. I don't care what I say. I might get the message though. I ain't saying that. I don't care what nobody say. You can say all the things. We're grown. Figure out a way. Man, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, man. I ain't gonna say what I'm thinking because I don't want to get in trouble.
Wait, but can I
Hell
ask,
no.
like, how does it go like the other way around? So like,
Man, your friends call it, man. Guys with friends they calling you a fat ass, man.
They call you
So
fat.
her
no, but I'm
saying it
saying
don't
like
even
with
matter.
your lady, like how would
I done
y'all
heard it before.
want how okay. I guess I'm
Hey,
just
I done
asking
heard it.
like what would be like how would y'all prefer that us as ladies, how would y'all prefer us to bring up things to you all?
Say it.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Just
If
don't say
if I'm
I think it is the same.
I
I think
don't.
it is.
If I'm over here looking like one of the worms on the Men in Black, and I need to get in the gym,
Right.
listen. Hey, I just need you to do a couple sit-ups. You know what? Cool. I got you. Just be straight up about it.
That's all it takes.
yeah.
For
Hey,
most men, yes.
guys
Hold
are
on, hold on, hold
vicious.
on. Does it make a difference if it's something that y'all are insecure about? So for example, like let's say for dudes that like they work out their upper body, right? But they have not been hitting lately. And it's about to be
Uh-huh.
summertime, right? And you just got yourself a couple of shorts. Okay. Like it doesn't hit the same if your lady is like, babe, you like what are we doing? Like you got chopsticks on your legs, for legs. Like I need you to get in the gym. Would that hit the same if you're insecure about it?
Man, your friends done
You have to
cook you
do it
so
with
bad.
me. She work out with me. I think that'd be the easiest way.
Okay.
What if you've been quietly already working on it and she calls it out?
Hey, that's
Well,
crazy.
you can make that correction and be like, I've already been working on it.
I can't tell.
If you want to jump in here,
See, stuff like that get the. I can't tell. It's crazy. Ain't nobody gonna jump behind that. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that would be my
Time out, fellas.
response. I'm just saying.
Can I say something real quick? Did you see the approach and love and care that she got approached with on Valentine's Day? And do you see her approach when it's time for her to say something? Oh, I can't tell. Did y'all just peep that? Did y'all?
I would never say that. All I'm saying is his response is, I feel like it was not enough to satisfy. It's going to lead to something else. Like, oh, I have been, but I mean, I've already said what I said. So obviously I don't agree with whatever routine you have going on. I feel like it's not effective.
That's
work
just
harder.
as bad. Just so
Put
you
more
know,
weight
that's
on that
nothing
bench.
polite about what you said. That's just as bad.
I'm just explaining to you.
Guys, friends, roast them. You may do that. You gain a little weight. You come like, hey, your fat ass with that shirt on, bro. What you doing, bro? Oh, like your friends is gonna say it to you. You know what I'm saying? Girls will do that. Oh, you in your soft girl era, embrace it. No, dude, like, hey, man. Yeah, hey, I'm just being honest. Guys are like
we're
that.
pretty blunt.
Yes.
But what if your friends are making jokes about something you've been battling with inside and you are like super insecure about it, and you're like, you know what, maybe what will make me feel better is hanging out with my mans, and you walk into the room and all of them, yo, big fat up, like, how you gonna feel?
It's either gonna be fuel or you're gonna find some new friends. Nine times out of 10 is fuel. Like if Keenan looking crazy, and I know he ain't got nothing to do on a Saturday, but sitting out eating 2 bowls of cereal, I'm gonna call him in the morning, like, what you doing? Hey, get dressed.
Yeah.
We gotta go run these hills real quick. That's what real friends will do. Same thing with your lady. If your lady is out of it, lead by example. Well, look, we know we eating crazy. Well, look, man, let me make something that's not as bad. Let's not do chicken wings today. Let's get some kava today, or let's go to the gym. I'm gonna put the gym in the basement. I just think that's the best way.
And she gonna argue with you now.
I mean, you can argue all you want, but I mean, it's coming from a place of love, though. Instead of me saying,
"Damn," I agree with you.
Instead of me saying, "Damn, you getting big," like, no, we both big. Let's go ahead to the gym.
That was nice.
But and then it's like with friends, it's things like for me personally, there is no type of change that I didn't see that was said to me that I didn't see coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw it before my friends got to it. You know what I mean? So to your point about insecurity, it's kind of like, I ain't gonna say it up here, but like, okay, my friends roast me a little bit when I gain a little weight. When they go through their little change, I light they ass up. Do you hear me?
I'm crying.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think too, the easiest way to have that conversation is always swinging in health. Health is important, right? So I think like if you can swing it to, like, hey, this is unhealthy. Our numbers are kind of fluctuating, or whatever, diabetes, whatever it looks like a high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Having that health conversation is always the easiest route to kind of change your ways a little bit.
If I had a health conversation and you right back to a honey bun the next day, I'm gonna feel away back.
I mean, you
right now
playing with your health at that point. Look at you. That's when you can bring in a joke, and it can be in a healthy manner. Because we just had a conversation. Yes, we just had a conversation about it. Look at you over there eating that honey bun. And I just told you about diabetes yesterday. Are we being for real? No, I think it's more playful, and it can be more accepted than versus if you just came in at the jugular vein with like, damn, you over there eating honey buns again? Yeah, I am.
I'm gonna say this.
That's how the fellas. That's how we roll.
I love that approach, the jokes. I love a good joke. And I'm just keeping it real. If you joke with me, you better believe I've had one tucked away for this moment.
See, fellas, do you hear that?
That's crazy.
We both in this. Now we both sad. Now we both driving to the gym in silence. Now look,
Ryan.
yeah, that's
So
just, I'm just being honest.
before I know we got to get ready to get up out of here, but I got one question. Do you all feel like guys, which one, men or women, identify or acknowledge their insecurities first in order to make this conversation a little easier? You know what I'm saying? Like most guys know, like if he got the skinny legs, you doing the gym up top all day, he knows that, even if he doesn't want to hear it. I think sometimes when you try to have these conversations, you don't even know that that's an insecurity. If you say something like that, you didn't even know that before you said it, or I wouldn't have said it. You know what I'm saying? But like, say if I got a little spot, right? Say if I got a little spot, like, hey, I'm like, hey, babe, like, oh, is this, you see this right here? I don't like that like that. What's going on? I'm letting you know now that's something I'm working on, even if I'm not directly asking you to help me with it. If a woman is, and you know, with respect to postpartum, because they're not themselves and all those things, like you do got to navigate that space specifically when that happens. But like, if there's not something that you've identified, it's going to be hard for you not to take offense to me critiquing something. If I'm bringing something new to you that I see, but you're not aware of it, yeah, guest room. And y'all know it. Come on.
Guest room is crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta be real about that. Y'all know how y'all get, man.
Yeah, because ultimately we want to look good for our partner. Like we want to look good for our spouse too. So if it's something that we didn't know, like if it's, I don't know, let's say if it's my arms, right? But if you don't like my arms, but I'm focused on belly, whatever else it is, and then you call on my arms, now I'm looking at that thing too, because now my man is attracted to that and he's no longer looking at me that way in my
Can I ask
mind.
you a question, Brittany?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you do when you know you cooked a nasty meal?
What's the first thing I do when I what?
Like
No, I
you cook the meal, you're not sure about it, and your family got to eat it. What's the first thing you gonna do?
Try it.
Okay, what's the second thing you gonna do? It confirms your suspicion. You don't know. This meal may be bad. What's the first thing? What's the thing you gonna do after that?
Don't ask somebody to try it.
Okay, that's not the answer I look for. Asia, Sam, what's the first thing you gonna do if you know this meal is on the fence? What's the first thing you gonna do when you gotta feed it to somebody?
Give a disclaimer.
Boom. Because you know that this right here is not all the way right. It opens up the opportunity for me to eat it and be like, oh, hell no. I can do that now because you knew it might have been nasty when you
I acknowledged it.
So the only point I'm making is when you know, it's much easier to have the conversation because you said it.
You're right.
You know it. So in the same context that we talking, if you know the arm thing or the leg thing that you saying, and I say, hey, whatever, it's easier to have. The first thing a woman do, like, hey, that rice, put a little too much water. I don't know. Hey, chill. Be careful. They gonna tell you.
So said, be careful.
but they know we hungry.
You right though.
How you mess that up?
Yeah, rice, a minute rice. The plate still on the top. That joint, you're like, oh, that rice. Be careful of that. But y'all know I'm telling the truth though. So when that happened, you can open up the gate, man. So any last thoughts on how to tell your lady unbig that back?
Man, lead by example, man. That's the best answer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that might not work in some instances neither, but it's okay. Try it.
Lead. That's what we meant to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And get creative. Try and think out of the box. You know, relationships, you have date night, stuff like that. Switch it up. Let's go on a walk on the bridge and I don't know, get matcha after or something. I found this cute cafe. We could walk there and get, you know, whatever after. I think showing the creativity and that you genuinely care will take you further than just stating observations.
Oh, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But you got to make sure that message get delivered. You said something else that I really want to go, but I'm not going to. Anything else on Operation Unbig Your Back that we have to?
Easy.
I'm asking. I'm not. I'm just saying in general, it was a tweet. I didn't say that. All right, man. Hey, man, appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. Appreciate you, Rob. Appreciate you, mother, for coming through. It's your boy K. Mims. I got my bro B. The ladies of the show, Miss Brittany, Miss Asia. It's been another Monday Night Crew, and we are out.
You are now tuned in to the realest podcast.